Hello everyone, it's Kim and welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting a brand new reading vlog and it is going to be a read in one sitting vlog and it's going to be for Deadstream by Romasco-Moore. I hope I'm pronouncing the author's name correctly. This is a part of the Colored Pages book tour for this book and I'm very excited to be a part of it. This grabbed my attention since it is about a streamer and it's like a thriller mystery. It sounds really good. It's really interesting. And I can't wait. So it is about a girl named Teresa who, it's been a while since she's been outside of her house. She goes through a traumatic accident where she loses her best friend. And over the course of all of that trauma happening, she has just kind of become more reclusive and doesn't leave her house and has turned to streaming and watching streamers, and something happens during a stream she's watching and it sets off this kind of mystery, what's going on, what's happening, but she's also afraid that she's gonna be next. So it sounds very spooky. I do wish that it was like cold and like October-y outside, but we're gonna pretend. I've dimmed the lights, I've lit a candle, I'm making it as cozy and like fall feeling as I can, sitting here in April in Georgia in the South. So I'm ready to dive into Deadstream and I'll share my thoughts. I think I'm gonna do an update every like 25% since I am trying to read this in like one sitting. So I have the physical copy. I do also have a copy on my iPad. So I think I might jump back and forth between the two depending. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where this goes. So let's dive into Deadstream. All right, so I've made it to 26%. I'm 5 chapters in, and all I have to say is I'm really glad that when I stream, I'm facing my door. Let's just be real about that. I'm very glad that I don't have anything behind me that could like open up because that would freak me the heck out. So far, I am enjoying it. It is a little spooky. I feel like anything with like doors being creepily opened or cabinets being left open. If you've read There's Someone in Your House by Stephanie Perkins, you'll never look at cabinetry the same way, or egg timers. And this is kind of has some similar like spooky vibes, just having to deal with like an online streaming community. We've gotten to a little creepy bit, especially for the character who already has a very small world, being that she doesn't leave her house or her room. And it's currently getting a little smaller where we're at right now. And I am interested to see where it's gonna go. And if there's a little more mystery that's gonna get solved, or because you don't really know what's going on. It's almost like there is this kind of ghostly presence that is causing some havoc and scaring these two streamers. And so it's very interesting and I am intrigued. My only concern when I first started it was that there is moments in the book that is like, it looks like a chat. I'll show that kind of bit. And sometimes those editions like throw me off when I'm reading a little bit, but I think because I'm so used to reading chat myself on like during reading sprints that it's not horrible, and it's not it's frequent, but it's not like, I think there's a good balance of both compared to some other books I read where it's only done through like the whole book is told through texts and emails. Those ones aren't my favorite, but this kind of has a good balance so far of both novel in full paragraphs and those little chat moments. So I'm going to dive back in for I guess for me the second part 2 out of 4 of this book, and I will see you when I make it to the halfway point. I'm interested to see where the big plot moments happen. I feel like we had one kind of around the 25% mark, so I'm thinking maybe it'll be every quarter that we're gonna get a little something bigger happen. So we'll see if I'm right, but so far I am actually really enjoying Deadstream, so I'm gonna get back to reading. Okay, I'm not at the 50% mark, but there's stuff going on. Oh my gosh, there's like, I really think, I didn't know what to expect from this book. I'm at 40%, so I will have another update shortly, but something just went down and I didn't realize that was gonna happen, and I'm like, what is going on? So it's so weird trying to do a reading vlog for a thriller, because it's like I don't want to spoil anything because like it would just ruin the like little creepy bits, right? But like stuff's going down. It's going down. So 40%, but like, ooh, I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to reading and get to that 50% mark, but I do think I'm gonna take a quick break and get some coffee because I have finished mine and I definitely need some more. So we're gonna go grab a new coffee and then I'm gonna get back to reading because I need to know what happens. All right, made it to the 50% mark. I have a nice new steaming cup of hot coffee with my little ghosty mug, which I thought was appropriate. This book's getting a little creepy. And like I said earlier, if you read There's Someone Inside Your House, there's some like weird opening of things, of cabinetry that's creepy. And it's getting this way about doors. And I'm like, why? Why? So we got some stuff going on. More people are getting involved. Slowly what's going on is happening to more and more people. I'm intrigued, I'm interested, no idea what's happening. But in that last like 25%, we also dived a bit more into Teresa's mental health, about not being able to leave her house and her room, and a little more into also the grief of her friend dying in this accident that they were both in and how she feels about that. And we get a little look about how her brother feels about it as well and how it has affected him too. Not necessarily the accident itself, but just more about how she is. And we get a little more insight into the family dynamics in this one as well, which was really interesting. I really don't know where this is going, but yeah, if you stream online, I think this would be a fun one for you. So it's just slowly growing in creepiness over time as we get further and further and further into the story and what's happening. So hopefully maybe I can start piecing a little more together. I can't even guess and tell you what I think is truly happening. The author isn't giving too much away. It's very secretive. All I have is like creepy doors. Like if someone tells you to open a door, don't do it. That's all I have to say right now. So I'm gonna jump back in and I'll see you at 75%. Okay, I'm sorry, but just in these thrillers, when things are going horribly wrong, like you hear a weird noise and then you call for whoever that should be there and they don't answer and you're hearing stuff. Why? Like, you all got cell phones. Dial 911. Let's just say, like, Deadstream is a very good title for this book, as far as I can tell. I don't know what the body count is going to be at the end, if any. I'm not sure. I have so many questions, so I'm gonna get back to this book. I'm at 57%, but I just thought I'd like let you know my thoughts on this scene currently, because I'm just like, use your phone, like call 911. Maybe it won't go through, who knows, but you could at least try, because that's what I would be doing in this moment right now. So back to the book I go. Basement, don't go in the basement, don't go in the basement. No, don't go in the basement. Never do that. I don't care what, even, I don't care what kind of story it is. Don't go in the basement if it's a thriller. Oh my goodness, this book, like, it's hitting some very like deep topics in a way that makes you think and contemplate. It has kind of a theme also in it about the toxic environment that is the internet and how it can be toxic. It's not always community, or how like a few different things can happen to make it an unsafe place. That's also kind of being shown here in this book. In obviously a very different way than you would normally see it. It has a very like paranormal vibe to it, and I'm really interested to see how it wraps up and to get the full answers to all the questions. But it's starting to pick up a lot. It's just like something different is happening. The character Teresa has in a way grown a lot, even if she doesn't quite notice it yet, which is really interesting to see. And I can't wait to see where her character development is at the end of the book. But I'm actually really enjoying it. I think it's because I do not read thrillers that often. So when I do, I get like really into it. So maybe it's a good thing I don't read thrillers that much, because then when I do read one, I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like, I just have all these questions. So I'm enjoying it. I have about just under 30 minutes left in the book. I'm at 75%. And yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how it's all gonna wrap up in the end. It's so fast paced. It just keeps going right now. Like, so much so that I haven't even had time to drink any of this coffee. So I'm gonna take like a couple minutes of a break, have a little bit of coffee. Not that I need any caffeine for like how my heart is racing while I'm reading it, but we're gonna drink some coffee, take a little short break, and then I'm gonna dive back in and finish off this last 25% of the book. I think it's about to go down, and I'm very excited to see where it all wraps up. So I will be back with my final thoughts. right, I just finished Deadstream. That book went in a completely different way than I thought it was going to. I really thought it was going to be a very kind of straightforward thriller, paranormal thriller maybe, about like, I don't know, maybe just like a streamer dies and there's a mystery. I honestly thought it was going to be that straightforward for some reason, and it is so not. It hits so many interesting topics. It doesn't really straight out say it. It more just makes you think and makes you think of different things that happen in the internet world and how, and different repercussions from those things. So it was very interesting. It did not go the way I thought it would go. And I don't want to like give anything away, of course, because then it would like give away the story. And since it is a thriller, I do want you guys to read it and keep guessing. But it surprised me in a lot of ways, and it makes you think about just the internet world in general and how it, I'm trying to think about how to put this without like spoiling things. I guess there's just an overall story about how the internet has become such a big thing in all of our lives and how there's positives and negatives to that. And I'm going to leave it at that and let you read it yourself if you're interested. But it was very, very interesting, very fun, also very creepy. But if you are on the internet, if you're a streamer, if you're a YouTuber, if you post on Instagram, or even if you're just scrolling looking to find an escape, I think it's a very interesting book to like read. And it was pretty insightful, actually. But yeah, check it out. It's called Deadstream. It's upside down. Let me put down the coffee. Deadstream by Romasco-Moore. And yeah, check it out. It was a really good read, actually. I'm still kind of like processing those last few chapters, because it really surprised me and didn't go in a way that I expected. So check it out, Deadstream by Romasco-Moore. And thank you again to the author and to the Colored Pages book tours for letting me participate. And thanks for hanging out with me while I read this book in one sitting / one day. And I will see you all in the next video. So until next time, take care and happy reading, everyone. Bye.